Well, howdy doody do. Another day at the office. Hello everyone, Dave Myers here, cooking with KooKoo YouTube channel, and we are about to explore further what we can do with these peppermint mini bars from the Cocoa Exchange, and been studying up on Rice Krispy Treats. I didn't realize it was such a simple process to make Rice Krispy Treats. Never made them before, so we're all new here with that. And but there's a lot of theories about how Rice Krispy Treats should be made. So I got onto my old googly and started looking at what I could find about Rice Krispy Treats, and of course there's a whole library full of stuff, and we are going to sort of implement a few of the things that we learned, and in the midst of that we are going to do Peppermint Rice Krispy Treats today. We got the Instapot out, however, it's not a requirement. You can do them on the stove. There's even some crock pot recipes for your Rice Krispy Treats. We're using the Instapot because we like it, and also it's easier to film. You can see down inside. Okay, so we got our Instapot turned on to saute at normal heat level. First thing we're going to do is melt 6 tablespoons of butter. Now, of course, if you think Rice Krispy Treats, you automatically think, well, there might be something on the Rice Krispy box, and yes, indeed, there is. And I believe that recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of butter. And in our study, they did 20 different. In our study we read about, they did 20 different recipes for this 3-ingredient dish, and put it before some taste testers and see what was best, and the 6 tablespoons of butter was the best choice on the butter. To try something a little different on the peppermint bars today, we're going to see if we can get them to melt into the mixture. Boom. We're going to also guesstimate we're overall trying for a smooth, flavorful of peppermint. We don't want to overdo the peppermint in there, so we're going to go with 2 bars. I'm going to start putting in the next ingredient, which is marshmallows. 16 ounces. 16 ounces of marshmallows, and you keep the heat on, keep that going. Now, the original recipe that is currently on the Rice Krispies box does not call for salt. However, studies have shown that you can either use, and they recommend use, for the best Rice Krispy Treat, that you use salted butter. But in this case we didn't have any, so to counteract the salt, we're going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Another item that is recommended to give it a more robust, full flavor is 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. So if you're watching me stir here, and this is your first time, or you haven't yet subscribed, appreciate it if you would subscribe to Cooking with KooKoo. Just hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click on the little bell that's next to the subscribe button and say that you want to be notified when we have a new video come on. I sure would appreciate that also. Oh, got to remove it from the heat. Did that. 7 cups of Rice Krispy Treats that we're going to put in there. If there's ever any question about whether you should read the directions or not, that would be a good idea, because to get this stirred up clearly and everything to stay loose, it recommended you have a spray, non-stick spray, and spray your spatula. Look at that, it comes right off with it. Now, you might want to build your arm muscle up some, because my goodness, this is, we're mixing glue or something. I don't know. We have a 9 by 13 inch pan that we're going to put this into. And you have to be reasonably careful on the sticky stuff, like spraying the spatula. We need to now put some parchment paper down into our pan. We're going to spray our parchment paper with the non-stick spray. Take your mixture and you get it into the pan. First of all, it's important not to push super hard, because if it crushes, it's does not taste as good, according to my research. So there we go. We made it into the pan. Thank goodness. Woo! That was work. You just set it aside a minimum of 30 minutes to an hour, and we're gonna do that. And in the meantime, we're gonna mix up our frosting mix and give it some color and stuff. This is the first time I've tried this product. It's Dove's Signature Frosting Buttercream Mix. First time I've used it, and it will also had a recipe on there for a glaze. So we're going to try the glaze route and see if that works. You add 1 cup of the mix and 2 tablespoons of whipping cream, a tablespoon of warm water, because we can, we're going to dab into these 2 little cups. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a Christmassy look. It's this holiday type of thing. And we're going to have red, green, and white. So I'd say I have about 2 tablespoons, a little bit more than that, of glaze in there. And 4 drops of red coloring, red food coloring. 4 drops of green. In a plastic baggie, could be a sandwich bag or whatever, we are going to put the white. Once again, remember, I am not a cook. Do not try this at home unless you're supervised. But it's the first time I've ever tried something like this, and just wanted to see kind of what it would do. So I'm just going to cut the little tip off of the bag. Then we're just going to push on the frosting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we get a second bag. I think we're going to go with the red. Okay, we've got our final color coming up. That's called modern art. There we have it. A nice little colorful dish, Rice Krispy treat with a little bit of a holiday flavor to it with peppermint, and decorated in red, white, and green for Christmas. So now the big deal here is it's time to eat one. Cut a corner off, and here's my little corner of my Rice Krispy treat with white chocolate peppermint mini bars inserted into the whole deal. I like the fact that they're still gooey. I like the fact that the peppermint does not overpower at all. But it's still there. Search on YouTube for us, we'll be there, Peppermint Rice Krispy Treats. And Enjoyed making them for you. Hope you'd give them a try. And if you need any of our products, it helps support this channel. Follow the link to the website. Be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Contact us. And we're also always interested in looking at having events and things like that. And nowadays we're doing all virtual events, so we can do it with anyone in the country. So if you feel like you would like to have your friends over and have some Rice Krispy Treats, or all kinds of things we can help you with, is wine tasting, meal planning, meals, and all kinds of things like that, to have a virtual event. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, we're going to come back at you with a couple more peppermint ones. By that time, we'll be done with peppermint. But we're going to come back at you with a couple more peppermint videos, and hope you follow along with us, and we appreciate your support. Dave Myers, Cooking with KooKoo, on the KooKoo on KooKoo's YouTube with Cooking with KooKoo. See you later. Bye-bye.